Hazrat Abuzar, radhiyallahu anhu, reprimands his servant. Chapter 6, Topic 10, Part 1. Hazrat Abuzar Ghafari, radhiyallahu anhu, was well known for his piety and abstinence. He kept no money with him, and likewise did not like others to hoard it. He was always fighting against the moneyed class. Hazrat Usman, radhiyallahu anhu, therefore, during his caliphate advised him to shift to Rabza, a small village in the desert. He had a few camels to live on, and an old servant to look after them. A tribesman from Banu Sulaim once presented himself with a request: I wish to stay with you to benefit from your knowledge of Allah's commandments and the Prophet's, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ways and habits. I shall also help your servant in looking after the camels. Hazrat Abuzar, radhiyallahu anhu, replied, I cannot keep with me a person who does not comply with my wishes, but if you can always do as bidden, you may remain with me, else I wish goodbye to you. The person asked, in what way do you like me to carry out your wishes? Hazrat Abuzar, radhiyallahu anhu, replied, when I ask you to spend from my belongings, you are required to spend the best of them. The person says, I accepted Hazrat Abuzar's, radhiyallahu anhu, condition and stayed on with him. One day, somebody informed him that there were some poor folk camping near the spring close by and were in dire need of food. He asked me to fetch a camel. Accordingly, I went and intended to select the best of the lot, as I had pledged to do. It was a very fine and submissive animal and good for riding. So I decided to let it be, and selected the second best, as after all it was only to be slaughtered and eaten and, for this purpose, just as good as the other. The other one was very good for riding and much more useful to Hazrat Abuzar, radhiyallahu anhu, and his family, while the poor would find the one as tasty as the other. I, therefore, led the other camel to Hazrat Abuzar, radhiyallahu anhu. He retorted, so, after all you have broken your pledge. Knowing well what he meant, I turned back and fetched the best camel instead. He addressed the people about him: I want 2 persons to do a job for Allah. As 2 persons volunteered themselves, he bade them go and slaughter the camel, and distribute the meat equally among the families camping near the water, including his own, saying, my family will also share equally with the rest. The volunteers carried out his instructions.